Welcome to the show that talks about Tulsa. People making a difference in the Tulsa community. Special guest interviews spotlighting local businesses to covering important issues within the community no one else is talking about. The hot topics and more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use with your hosts, Mr. Charles Harper and Miss Damali Wilson.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use. We want to thank everyone for either listening on the radio, watching us on Facebook Live, and on www.KBOB899.com, or tuning in to any of the News You Can Use media networks, which are powered by World One Development. We really appreciate that. I am your hostess with the mostest, Miss Damali Wilson.
And I'm Charles Harper. It's Wednesday, a.k.a. Hump Day, August 10th, 2022. And we are live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media networks powered by World One Development. We are set for an exciting show, you guys. You better call your mom and them and tell them you can call in at 918-856-3873 or post your comments on our Facebook Live feed at World One Development.
So on today's show, the medical report with Dr. Andre Perdue. Today's topic, COVID-19, monkeypox, and school starting. What should we be doing to keep our kids safe?
Also on the show, Brenton Todd talking about Foundry College enrollment and Mr. Chavez Miller speaking about the back-to-school block party.
And our Hump Day hot topics, which are Tulsa Race Massacre survivors get their day in court. Women of Color keynote speaker has been announced. Find out who it is. And Ahmaud Arbery's murderers are convicted. Lightning strikes in our nation's capital and kills 3. We're going to talk about it. Birthdays and more.
This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media networks powered by World One Development. We'll be right back, you guys. When I go off, let us know live. This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media networks powered by World One Development.
And we are back. So News You Can Use is all about shedding some light on the positive happenings in our community. There are many great businesses, programs, and events occurring in our neighborhood, and we felt the community needed to hear about those things, 1, so we can support, and 2, so we can be informed.
Absolutely. I'm Charles Harper, Executive Director of World One Development, which includes fitting back in EduRec Youth and Family Fund Center, 36th Street North Event Center, and Oklahoma Community Support Coalition. My job, because the world wants to know, is financial stability and infrastructure for all of our community development projects. And I am so excited and I am so elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
And I'm Damali Wilson, Executive Director of Operations for World One Development. And my job is creating, monitoring, and enforcing protocol for each of our community development projects. I am also in charge of social media for all of the World One Development entities. If you would like to advertise your business or organization on this show or any of our other individual platforms, you can inbox me your contact information on Facebook Messenger so we can talk. I am also happy and elated to be one of the creators of this show.
Damali, how you doing today?
Hot.
Man, it is hot.
Had enough of this. I'm telling you, I done had enough.
Didn't it rain like Tuesday night, like
Man,
overnight?
It didn't rain at my house.
It didn't rain?
I missed all the rain.
So well, in Tulsa, we did get a little bit of rain overnight. So I came out and you felt a little breeze. You felt good about that. God was with me for a few minutes. You know what I'm talking about? But it is hot today. So y'all, if you're out there, hey, drink you some water, stay hydrated.
Yes.
Find you a cool spot. Just don't be out here walking around, man. I'm watching imps of people is falling out all over the place.
All over the place. It's not what you want to do.
This is a time of year you got to put up that Mountain Dew and Coca-Cola. What you drink? Pepsi?
No, I hate
You
Pepsi.
probably like you drink strawberry pop or something.
I do.
See there, I
yes.
done already figured that out.
Pop, yeah.
See, I want to go back in the day. Y'all don't even know about the juicy juice, the little fruit punch juicy juice and the honey bun. If you're in at least 40, you don't even know the blessing that would be to your life.
Yes.
But anyway, I hope y'all doing good out there and being safe and taking care of yourself and your family. We have a very, very exciting show, you guys. So you better let the people know. They better get in here now.
Yep.
Damali, you know what?
What?
We got a couple hundred secret listeners.
Hey, secret listeners. We see y'all
here. We don't know if they're looking for us, the secret guests, or who they looking for.
Yeah, but they here. They here.
But for the people who are showing who they are, my cousin Brenda Berry is in the
Brenda.
building. Miss Alicia Walker is in here with
Alicia.
us. Mr. Energizer out of Jacksonville,
AJ.
Arkansas. Mr. AJ, he's in the building. He said, I've shared this with my podcast with all 25 groups. So that means we're in Wisconsin and Seattle and California and New York. Hey, we live. Mario Johnson, we call him Big Snuggles.
Hey.
Checking in from the ATL. Your mama is here.
Hey, mommy.
Mama, you blessed the game today. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. Pastor Douglas Allen, he said, hey, good people.
Pastor Doug.
And my cousin Brenda Berry is in here.
Yes.
Many, many more. And I'm going to get to you guys. I promise you that. Thanks for tuning in with us. We're going to have a really, really good time today. But before we get started, we would like to thank and appreciate our first responders, healthcare professionals, food providers, restaurant workers, and essential workers for their services on the front lines during this time. It's great how organizations and churches in the community are coming together to help those in the community during the coronavirus epidemic. Damali.
Yes.
The epidemic is still going on.
It is. And even though we're trying to act like it ain't.
I know.
I know we all want it to go away, but it's still out there.
I know. And it's because it still feels like it's a crime to cough. It's like the cold's went away. Can't nobody get a cold. You can't, your nose can't run no more. People looking at you like, boy.
Listen, I'm an allergy sufferer.
Oh, man.
So sometimes right around this time of year and as we move into fall, I have like this little sinus drainage going on. And I'd be scared. I'm like, I can't cough, can't do nothing.
You can't do. People be holding it.
They be giving you an eye.
Smoke be coming out there. They be like, I'd be like, you better let that out before you faint. But y'all be careful out there. And, be careful. Still sanitize. Get some social distance. Get a mask and you're in areas where you can't because school getting ready to start back.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff going to be going on. Football games. And people are practicing, man. It's back to that time of year where we are very, very busy.
Yeah.
But we need you to be safe out there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? Is it me or does it seem like every time we look up, there's somebody passing away?
Yeah.
I used to remember, like, when I was younger, my mom would say, oh, so-and-so died and so-and-so died. I'm like, Mama, you old and all your people is dying.
All that stuff.
But now we that age.
I know. It is. It is crazy.
So sad.
I can tell you what gets me is I'm from Arkansas and it's like everything come in threes. Like for real. So we all, if somebody passed away, we already nervous. You're almost like, man, who's next? I mean, it's like it comes in threes. So if you have lost a loved one, we love you. We appreciate you. We there for you. Hang in there. We're going to be all right.
So I'm going to tell you guys about a few of the icons that I heard about this week that we've lost and we want to recognize. So before we get started, we want to send out prayers to the family, friends, and fans of singer, songwriter, and actress Olivia Newton-John.
Man.
She was a 4-time Grammy winner and the star of the movie Grease. Do you know my daughter, who is getting ready to be 25, still watches Grease to this day and knows every song on Grease? Drives me insane.
That's good stuff, though.
But she loves it, loves Grease. Yeah. But Olivia Newton-John actually lost her battle to breast cancer on Monday. She was 73. She had been battling since 2017. So, prayers for that family and all the fans, because, people really, dug Olivia Newton-John back in the day.
Absolutely.
Prayers for the families of Roger E. Mosley. Do you guys remember him? I'm going to tell you who he is. He is the actor who played TC, the helicopter pilot on Magnum P.I. Do y'all remember that?
I remember Magnum P.I.
Yes.
Well, he was he
flew the helicopter. He was on there for 8 seasons in the original Magnum P.I. He was 83 years old and he died over the weekend from injuries suffered from a car wreck.
Oh, man, that's unfortunate.
Yes. And then this one is a special one for me. I found this and I was like, wow, there is a gentleman by the name of Albert Woodfox, who was a former Black Panther, or in the Black Panthers. He was spent 43 years in solitary confinement.
Man, that's crazy.
In Louisiana State Penitentiary. And he was part of the Angola 3. Who actually, do you remember that? Have you heard about that?
For all of you young people that's listening in, get your history books out. Get your Google out. Google these names you need to know about it. But Angola,
the Angola 3, he died at 75 from COVID-19 complications.
Wow.
But one of the things, I actually pulled this article because I wanted to just share some information when you're talking about getting your history books out. So Woodfox became internationally known for his fight to be released from prison along with 2 other Black Panthers, which were known as the Angola 3. All 3 men were accused of killing a prison guard, Brent Miller, back in 1972, but they maintained their innocence, saying that they were targeted for their involvement in the Black Panther Party. Then one of the things that he said, he talked about being locked up in confinement for all those years.
You're not going to read a book, are you?
No, I'm not. But I did want to say this. He said that they asked him about being angry.
Right.
And he said no, he wasn't angry. He said that no, he said he's not bitter, but he was angry. He said they took 40 years from his life and they put him in a cell that was designed to be his death tomb. And he said he decided that he didn't forgive them, but he didn't hate them. He said he didn't think that they were worthy of any energy from him. And I thought that was really cool to think, sometimes you just got to make a decision,
That is, but that's still kind of depressing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're in solitary confinement. You're by yourself in a dark room, but it's good how he found a way to overcome or deal with that adversity.
Yeah.
So remember that, because we got a lot of people locked up that shouldn't be locked up.
Yeah.
And need to be encouraged, man. You lose your mind in those spots.
Yes.
But you know what I'm excited about?
Yeah.
We got 2 special guests.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? 2.
So we're gonna flip the script.
We're gonna just introduce them a little bit. Let people know they're in the building, because because they athletic looking. I don't want them to think they're here to arrest us. You know how sometimes people pull up in the car, they come up, they all swole up, they in shape. We don't know what's going on, but we safe at KBOB today.
Right.
I'm just playing with y'all out there.
Yeah.
One special guest, Mr. Brenton Todd. How you doing, sir?
Brenton.
Glad to be here with y'all.
Yes.
I like that hat, man.
Yes.
The
Yes.
North.
The
You
North.
see that?
Yes.
I like that. That's nice. We also have my frat brother, Blue Fight
You know.
in the building, Mr. Chavez Billy. How you doing, sir?
Oh, moving the group and shaking the bacon.
Shaking the bacon.
Yeah. Yes.
Got that Tulsa Parks across his chest right there.
Yes.
We got some things to get to with them here shortly, but they in the building with us, our special guests, and we feel honored to have you both in here. Y'all do some amazing work. But before we get into that, we're going to touch on a few things going on, because school getting started back. You're trying to make sure your family, your kids, and everybody is safe.
Yeah. So as you guys know, that today is the second Tuesday of the month. We are always supposed to have Dr. Furdu in, but he ended up having an emergency where he couldn't be in studio today. So we're still going to continue with our topic. We're just going to talk on our topic with 2 different people. How about that?
Absolutely. Now, let me tell y'all something for all of you that might want to hate. I keep a white coat on standby.
Oh, God. Here we go.
All right. Now, I didn't go to medical school, but I listened to people that went to medical school. You know what I'm talking about?
So
that
he's something
qualifies me just a little bit to talk about a few things. See, last time, for the people that don't know, I did pretty good.
You did do pretty good. I got to give it to you.
Good. They didn't know. And I didn't just put on my white coat. I starched it down. You know the starch that you mix it, you shake it. So my white coat was standing up in the corner by itself. So I'm ready today. I'm playing with y'all, but Dr. Fairdew, prayers for you, man. We miss you. Yeah. Like you say, we do the medical report the second Wednesday of every month, and we get down to it. So he will be back next time. So he sent his love out over the airways. So y'all hang in there, because all you secret listeners, y'all were looking for Dr. Fairdew, but you got me. But we gonna make it happen.
Hey, but before we do that, hey, just wanted to give a shout out. If you guys missed last Thursday, that was actually the District 1 City Council candidates debate that took place at the historic Barton AME Church. Oh man, if you missed it, you actually missed a treat, because that was your opportunity to hear from the candidates themselves, to be able to ask questions. We actually recorded the entire thing. We were going to just do a segment, but it was actually a really good debate, so we did the whole thing. It is out there on our Facebook page at World One Development. So if you guys want to go out and look at that, because you guys need to make sure that you're educated about these candidates and who best suits your what you're looking for in a candidate before you actually hit the polls. And
this shout out to Pastor Mays, the senior pastor over there at Vernon AME Church, and the brothers of Alpha Phi Alpha. I mean Alpha Phi Alpha. I ain't hating on y'all like that. Don't y'all call up. Don't y'all come up here talking about ice, baby. Give me a minute. Now shout out to the brothers of Alpha Phi Alpha. They did an amazing job in hosting that along with Vernon AME, and for everybody that came out. The news media was out there, and it was a full house.
It was.
And I think the community had an opportunity to hear from the candidates.
Yes.
Or what the candidates, and then our current City Councilwoman Vanessa Hall Harper. And it was so professional. People that missed it, it was so good. But make sure you are involved so you can hear everyone's platform, because it's not our job to tell you who to vote for, but it is our job to make sure you are informed.
Exactly. So let's jump on over into this monkeypox situation. Charles hates monkeypox. It just drives him insane. Just thinking about it.
It scares me, and we're going to allow our special guests, if they want to jump in, because they work with kids, they work with the community, and this monkeypox and this COVID, it affects all of us.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm more scared of the monkeypox than COVID.
You just don't like the name.
Monkeypox, man. It seemed like the end is near. You know what I'm talking about? It seemed like, what do you think, Chavez, when somebody say monkeypox?
So for me, the first thing that comes to mind is how
how did it go from chicken pox to monkey pox? Like, do we always describe an animal then put pox on the end?
I
Like,
did, yeah. What is that? Yeah.
Like that's what came to my mind.
So you know what? I even read an article where they say, why can't we just can't change the name? Why do we have to call it, monkeypox? And people are with you. Like, why are we doing that? Why are we picking up these animals? And it just seems like it's something, a conspiracy against animals or something.
Well, I think you're right. And with me, I'm definitely more receptive to chicken. You know what I'm talking about?
Amen.
See, when you say chicken,
Amen.
churches and Popeyes, see, chicken, other thing. But when you say monkey, it's nothing that's
you can't get with it.
Nothing comes up in me with that.
Well, if y'all haven't heard, the
Give us some information
Biden administration has declared the current monkeypox outbreak to be a public health emergency in the United States. He just declared this last Thursday. So it's a thing. So for y'all who out there thinking, oh, we ain't worried about, no, it's a thing. It really is a thing that you should be concerned about. And I have the 7 ways to reduce your risk of monkeypox.
Let me add this. How come they started out with monkeypox was way in Ireland somewhere, and we didn't have no cases
I think it was
here?
In Africa.
Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Remember the news was kind of saying that, like, well, no, it's not really contagious. It won't. And now here you come with it's a state of an emergency.
Well, but check this out. They said the same thing about COVID, right?
Man,
I'm just saying.
Real quick before you get into it, Ike is in the building. He said blue 5 back. Also, Judith Elliott is in the building.
Hey, Miss Judy.
Teresa's in here, my sister, your sister. Everybody, welcome to the show. We got a lot of people in today. So, okay, school is starting back. Monkeypox is going on. Damali got some information. Get your pen and your pad out. Share this video right now, just in case you can't get on, so you people can get this information because we need to be safe.
Yes. So number one thing you need to do to reduce your risk, not saying that you're going to be able to get rid of it altogether or to stop you from getting it,
right?
But be alert, avoid close or skin to skin contact with those who have the virus.
Man,
that's kind of like the same thing that, with chickenpox, just stay away from the folks that got it,
Well, that's pretty simple.
Yeah, pretty simple. Okay, number 2, don't share or avoid sharing towels, clothing, and bed linens.
Man.
Yeah, so no sharing your cots.
You know what I'm telling you. I'm gonna tell you what I'm thinking about right now while you're reading those. I'm thinking about kids going back to school.
Exactly.
The first thing they do when they see their buddy is what?
Hey, hug.
We are creatures, that we interact. We social creatures. So all these things kind of go against our nature a little bit.
Yeah.
But at least if we got to do some air hug and some air high fives and blow kisses like Whitney Houston used to do to the crowd.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
What else?
Number 3, general hygiene. Wash your hands with soap and water or use alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Which we should be used to that at this point, since we're 2 years running with COVID.
We'll be surprised how much people don't do that.
I know. I see. I'm a germaphobe.
Quick story.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what school I was at.
Okay.
I was using the restroom. A young man was using the restroom next to me.
Mm-hmm.
He walks out, and I'm like, hold on, he went out kind of fast. And so I look, I'm like, this dude didn't wash his hands. So, I hurry up and wash my hands, and I spot the middle-aged gentleman. And so he goes to shake somebody's hand.
No.
I run up, I said, don't shake his hand.
That's the monkeypox. You see, that's how the monkeypox. No, I'm not saying it's
literally, that's how it happens.
That's nasty, though.
Yeah. Hey, he got beat red and sprinted back to the bathroom. I said, yeah.
Exposed. Yeah.
Man, y'all look, let me tell you something. Anything that gets people a little soap on their body, I'm all for it. Outside of the monkeypox, because every now and then people don't be wanting to wear no deodorant.
Right.
I mean, I can respect everybody's culture, but put on a little degree of something. Just kind of do. Let's do something.
Yeah.
Put a flower under your arm or something. Let's do something. Not just be out here funkified on this.
Right. Now, don't do it. All right. Number 4, cover up. Being fully clothed may be safer, especially when encountering large crowds. Now, this one's going to be kind of hard for me because it's 119 million degrees outside.
Right.
Who is going to be totally covered up if you outside? I'm just saying. But you can keep your distance.
Like your sister Teresa said, watch those. She got a hand on this. See, she is funny.
Yeah, it's because she's a germaphobe too.
Yeah. Good. Quick shout out to Bo Pete. Brother down there in Arkansas. Thanks for tuning in. He's Mr. President. He said, good day, good people.
All right, we've got 3 more. So disinfect, wipe down surfaces that may be contaminated. Number 6, if eligible, get vaccinated.
Hold on. We got to go back to the disinfect because I don't know if the people know. Every time y'all come into here, the whole place gets disinfected. Just right now, it smells like a can of Lysol. I don't know if you,
That's me.
Yeah, Damali comes in with a whole. It's right over there in the corner. You can't see it. It is fully sanitized out here.
Right. And the fog is still over the table. It's like a fog hanging over us. And it's just like, we safe in there. Yeah.
I gotta
So
make
either
sure.
go get you something or hang with the Molly. You'll never get nothing.
Right.
All right, and the last thing is stay current. Be on the lookout for new information as it comes.
Now let's back up.
Mm-hmm.
Because you said the vaccine thing. Because that's always a big thing when you throw out there, get vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
So I heard earlier that if you had the COVID-19, both vaccination, then that's supposed to help with the monkey.
But Dr. Perdue said that's a no-go. He said that's not right.
That's not right.
That's not right.
So that means if you got vaccinated, and we're not doing a vaccinated, not vaccinated debate.
Right.
We're not
doing that.
But so it's a vaccine for monkeypox.
So I think there is something. It's the same vaccine as chickenpox. Because it is a pox. So it's so it may be something they add to or take away from or whatever. But I think it's the same vaccination that you would get. But all you have to do is just check with your local health department. They'll let you know if there's a vaccination available, what that is, and what you need to do in order to be able to get it.
Sounds good.
If you had chickenpox before,
Mm-hmm.
I think you can't get chickenpox again, right?
Right.
You know what? I don't know
So
if
does
that's
the same
true.
thing go for
Monkeypox.
If it's
See,
the
I
same,
don't know.
See, I don't know.
I know because now somebody
Inquiring minds wanna know.
I know because now if you knock on the door, for me, I'm like, if it's chicken pox, you can come in. Because I had the chicken pox.
Right.
But if they say I'm the little monkey, then
It's
you
not
got to
gonna
go to the
happen.
next door. No, I'm just saying I can't open the door.
Yeah,
And
like
if
no.
no. I hope that's the case. You know what I'm talking about?
I
Because
had the chickenpox too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was horrible too.
Yes.
Had
Yeah.
that- what's that lotion was called?
Calamine
Yeah.
lotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That-
and
bad.
I couldn't wait to
from
go.
scratch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom, I couldn't
Especially
wait.
legs.
Yes. Yeah. Just scream. Yeah.
We had so many siblings. Once one got the
Yeah,
chickenpox,
it just
all
ran
of them
through.
just brought them
my-
together
So
to make
did your
sure.
family just like pull everybody in the room and say, since you
Yep.
got it, we gonna
We
all
gonna
of y'all
all
play
get it at the
together?
same
So
time, so
exactly.
I got scars left on my face from
Yeah.
chickenpox. So
Yeah.
I remember the time. So,
Yeah.
I know I was too young. I couldn't wait to go to bed so I could scratch. My mama be telling me not to scratch. I'd be fiending like a dolphin. I'd be shaking. I said, please send me to bed. But you'll have marks left over
Yeah,
because then you
from years,
scar and
yeah.
all of that. But nevertheless, man, y'all be safe. I personally don't know. Do y'all know anybody with the monkeypox?
No.
Nah.
I don't even know nobody with the monkeypox because you remember COVID at first. You didn't know nobody with COVID, and then all of a sudden it was just like a
Everybody.
windfall.
Yeah.
So I'm hopeful that that's not the case. With that, I'm calling on the prayer warriors. I'm going to church
That's it.
Sunday.
Okay.
I'm
Right.
coming. I'm picking 10 churches. I'm going to all 10 altars
Right.
this Sunday.
Yes.
I'm not playing with no monkey.
You got to play with, pray for the babies. And
Yes.
so this is a good conversation to have because at least now you have the 7 things to do. And
Right.
those are things that you can talk to your kids about because they're getting ready to be away from parents. They're going to see their friends. They're, like you said, the first thing they want to do is hug each other because they ain't seen each other, and over the summer, so make sure that you're having those conversations
Right.
with your babies because you don't want them to bring it home to you.
Mhm.
Now the whole family is at home on quarantine. You can't go to work, because you got, this ailment, so you don't want to have that. So anyway, that's my thing on that.
Yeah,
About
and
monkeypox.
I don't have any kids that's still in school.
I
Y'all
don't
have any
either.
kids in school that you kind
My
of
granddaughter,
Brentum.
you do, yeah, your
Yeah.
baby's in school.
Fifth grader.
Fifth
fifth
grade.
grader?
Going right back into that zone. So
Yes.
lots of prayer going in as she's going in. So
Yes.
There you
gotta
go.
stay on
So
top of
my
it.
granddaughter
Mhm.
is going. She's a baby ram. Isn't that so cute? She's going to be in kindergarten.
She a baby ram like on butt somebody?
She's a Wasso ram.
Oh,
She's going to
I
school in
know.
a
You said
Wasso.
ram.
Stop
I'm like, you
it.
got a baby ram. I mean, this is 2020. You never know what you might have out here.
Yeah.
I got 3 grandkids that was here.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
So they're going, and
Yeah.
so prayers for them, man.
The
I'm gonna
Three
pray for them.
Musketeers.
They're gonna be the 3 Musketeers.
Yeah.
They can't wait. They're excited. We did a little
Yeah.
shopping. Hey, did y'all do some shopping tax-free weekend?
I did.
I did not.
I did
No,
not.
I hate
did?
shopping.
I
Hey.
mean, for me, I mean, I shop, my bargain shop all the time, so I don't need.
See?
I don't
Yeah.
need. Yeah,
Yeah.
like this
Yeah.
might sound bad, but like Ross is my favorite store.
Man,
We
high
went to
five,
Ross.
air five.
Dress.
Yeah.
Dress for less.
Yeah.
Look, I took my 3. Look, when they said tax-free, I shot down the turnpike because my grandbaby's in Oklahoma City. I was coming in hot
Yeah.
because you got 3.
Yes.
Man, your taxes, you get $300 worth of stuff. Tax may be another 40.
Yeah.
So we went to about 3 or 4. I was sitting there like, man, I'm saving about $200.
Yeah.
Taking them.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah. Yeah.
kids to do it. So what's up with the COVID? So the monkey.
Man, so monkeypox is hot.
Okay.
So we need to be watching out for that. But also, did you guys know that Tulsa County, we're in the high zone for COVID-19 right now?
Wow.
Most people probably don't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know until I looked it up.
I was gonna say, the only reason I know is because I work for the city. So,
right.
So we're constantly getting those emails. And we don't went back to employees when you're in the building having to wear masks. And stuff, so.
Yeah. And so, that was a big debate last year. And remember, people were going crazy. People were showing up at school board meetings, going crazy. Parents, about masks, no masks. Right now, they're not wearing masks. But what they're advising is, because we are at high, they're saying you should wear a mask indoors when you're in public. Right. Stay up to date to the COVID-19 vaccines, and to get tested if you have symptoms. Right.
And then you got a lot of those free tests that went out. So I think you definitely can make use of that. Yeah. So what you think, Damali, about the mask? Are you ready for the mask? How are you doing with that?
Listen, this is the thing. My granddaughter and my grandkids, period. We can go from the house. I can hand them the mask. We're going from the house to the car that's in the garage, right? No. Just that distance. When we get in the car and I pull out and I'm like, hey, where's your mask? Oh, I don't know. I guess I left it. Seriously. So to me, I just don't think trying to force these kids to wear masks, it ain't gonna work. These kids, it's gonna be tough. They're not gonna be tough. My kids are just, I'm gonna
do this big shout out just based on that story. Shout out to all the teachers and the educators out there, because man, we are with you guys. Let's support them. Give them some air high fives, because they're gonna have to deal with this every day. All day. Here shortly. Let me get some of these people in. We got Cornelius Dixon tuning in from Fort. He from Funky Town. Y'all know about Fort Worth, Texas?
I don't.
I got to say the right stuff. And then we got Michael Brewer. He's in the building. What Michael say? I did Madison, and Michael took all of my money. Can I come work with y'all part-time? Man, Michael, you tripping,
man. Don't do, Michael.
Miss Barbara Benson is in the building. Welcome to the show. Barbara. She said, hello, everyone. And then Mr. AJ Johnson said they currently have over 2 million vaccines for the monkeypox, where they stick the needle beneath your skin. Let me think about that.
You out. You just
I didn't say I was out.
Charles just fainted.
Did I? See? Don't do me like that in front of all these people. People streaming in from all over the world, and you said I'm running from the monkeypox under the needle under the skin.
He is.
I don't do needles, but I do what I got to do.
Okay.
To make sure everybody is safe. So COVID. So right now in Tulsa County, we high alert now with COVID-19. And some schools have already started.
And I think some start tomorrow, right?
I think TPS starts tomorrow.
Tomorrow, and then Union starts next week. Right, so everybody's getting back. Is your baby in Union?
She's in Tulsa Public, and she starts back on the 18th.
Okay, 18th. Yeah.
I hear the music. We don't have to take a break. So y'all got it. We get it. We've been with this COVID, so y'all know what to do with that. Yeah. Get your sanitizer. Get your stuff. We know what to do. We know what we are. So, but let's cover that thing.
And send your babies with Lysol. They got Lysol they can put in their backpack.
Wash your hands.
But we're gonna take a real quick break, because I want to get into this Foundry College thing. I am so excited about this. You better call your mom and tell everybody that we about to go live with something that you can do that can improve your quality of life.
Absolutely.
I can't wait. Coming up next, you're going to be able to jump on here with us. This is news you can use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Network, powered by World One Development. We'll be right back, you guys. Program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
Searching for ways to grow your business? Or perhaps you would like to invest in Tulsa's African American community? The Black Wall Street Chamber of Commerce is a great place to start. The Chamber was created to serve and increase the visibility of needs in our community. It is an umbrella organization for local businesses, the Tulsa Juneteenth Festival, BWS Black Women in Business, and the Grassroots Economic Development Fund known as BWS The Power Group. For more information about the Black Wall Street Chamber of Commerce, or to donate to the Power Group, visit bwschamber.com.
This is news you can use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Networks, powered by World One Development, and we are back.
You know,
Damali,
yes.
man, somebody put some on here because I was thinking the same thing. But quick shout out to Rod Birmingham.
Hey,
you know what I'm talking
hey.
about? We call him Blue Houdini.
Okay.
See, well, I passed that over there to Chavez. You don't know about that.
I don't know about it.
He's from Atlanta,
Okay.
Texas. Did y'all know it was in Atlanta,
Atlanta,
Texas?
Texas.
You did? Chavez is a world traveler. He know about everything.
Actually, there's a kid that plays for Kentucky that's from Atlanta, Texas. He played for a AU team in Oklahoma.
Oh, wow.
From Atlanta, Texas. Yeah, so he's
Never
that. See there? Hey, we going to figure out that name, Mr. Birmingham, and let you know. It's probably your cousin. Because, man, Birmingham was a bad boy in college, a receiver.
Okay.
Effie Dearworth.
Hey.
That's my auntie, my youngest auntie.
Hey,
What's
auntie.
going on? Camden, Arkansas is in the building. Welcome to the show. Mario Johnson, you was thinking what I was thinking.
We talked about this during the break, Mario.
Before we move on, we were just talking about it, and you just showed up at the table. That's how Big Snuggles is. He just show up on your table. Because we were sitting here thinking when Mr. Energizer said they currently have over 2 million vaccines for the monkeypox, and we were sitting on break saying, now, how in the world do you already got 2,000 vaccines for the monkey?
Yeah.
2 million?
Yeah.
And we just heard about it maybe a month or two ago at the Damali.
Yeah.
How they got 2 million vaccines?
I don't know. They know something that we don't know.
Look, this is what Mari going to say. Question. This is my first time in 52 years. So he's been living for over a half a century. It's his first time in 52 years of hearing anything about monkeypox. When and how did they already come up with a vaccine?
Our point exactly.
Chavez, what you think about that?
Man, no comment.
He said no comment.
Brenton, he just nodded.
Conspiracy theories.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
I'll just say this. Sometimes it's just like when things happen, they got to understand that people are educated now.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say that we're educated now.
Yeah, just tell us.
It's not like you don't know. You can't do. Well, I'm just going to say it's hard to do that to black people. It's just hard to say nothing is there and then something is just there. Because we already leery of stuff. We already watching everything.
We read between the lines.
I'll say this. It's pretty interesting when it took a long time to not have a vaccine for COVID, but yet monkeypox just came out and there's all these vaccines for it. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
And if we didn't even have the monkeypox in the United States like a month ago, so who did you test it on?
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, it's just a lot of stuff.
Questions that need answers.
That's a lot of questions that need a lot of answers.
So my cousin James Juber, what's up, cuzzo? He said, from my understanding, a large percentage of the people with monkeypox are people who took the vaccination. Now, cuz you finna start a whole big old mess.
I'm like Chavez on that. I'm gonna plead the fifth on now. Hey, Mama Joyce is in the building with us. She said, keeping it real. Love her.
Hey,
welcome to the show.
Rod said, Fred, he is my cousin. His name is Damian Collins.
Yep, that's him.
That's who
Number
it is.
4.
When I say that dude is a beast, Damien is a beast.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he'll probably end up in the league.
Okay, that's
not
what's
probably.
up.
He's gonna end up in the league.
Yeah.
Where he play again? Give me that info.
So he's from Atlanta, Texas. He played for Team Griffin out of high school. You know, Damien literally went from a tall, lanky kid who really couldn't do nothing to in about a year and a half, like he could handle the ball, shoot, do everything. Like, look him up on YouTube. Like, he's legit.
Okay.
Real deal Holyfield. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Couple more quick shout outs. Miss Carla Thomas's own. Welcome to the show over there at Mid-First Bank. You read what your cousin said. Jude, welcome to the show, my brother. Okay. Special guest, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Man, you know what? The one thing about us here on News You Can Use is bringing you some news you can use that can improve your quality of life. And your quality of life sometimes starts in your pockets.
Yes.
So with that being said, Mr. Bentham Todd, what you got going on in your world?
Man, we're doing a lot of talking about back to school. And for a lot of the people who are listening, adults that have finished school, done with school, maybe in a career, but are looking for something else, I have a beautiful opportunity that I think that they can take advantage of. And so Foundry College is something that I'm super excited about. I get a chance to work for a company that invests in different companies.
Right.
And this is one of the ones that they did. And so from that, they are offering services here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, at absolutely no cost to the people in Tulsa. So I know there's people listening all over the world, but we believe at foundry that education leads to opportunity.
Right.
And when you have that opportunity in front of you, you can take a whole nother route to change your life forever. So you can get a career from where you are to a new career in less than 9 months if you
Oh,
so
wow.
choose. So that's something that I'm here to just talk about today. So want
Yeah.
to keep
Yeah.
on the
Yes.
conversation and go into it.
Yeah. So what are there different disciplines that you guys are offering this in, or is it just across the board? What do you have?
Yeah. So right now there are 2 specific tracks that you can take.
Right.
One is project management.
Yeah.
The other is Salesforce administration.
Wow.
So those are
Yeah.
names that you may not be too familiar with, but when you think about project manager, the thought is, do you like to plan and organize or take action? Like those are the type of people who might want to be in project management.
Mhm.
And then for Salesforce, you might think I'm selling stuff. That's not exactly what we're talking about. It's more so, do you like to work with computers and figuring out how to make things work? You might be able to be a Salesforce administrator because it's more the back end, making sure things come together. And I know there's a lot of people who are listening that might be interested in that type of stuff. So those are things that we're offering. You get these courses. They're all online. They are, you do them at the same time. And so everything is live, but it's online. So you don't have to be, going to some place,
Right.
Especially as we were talking about just now, if you
COVID,
want
yeah.
all the COVID, monkeypox, you want to stay away from people, but you still want to get some education, you can do that. And the thing is, after you take these courses and you get your certificates, on the other side of that,
Right.
there's an opportunity for you to get a job that can be remote or in person.
That
You
was
could
my
do it on
question.
the job that you already have and take it, say, hey, I want to raise because I've done this,
And I got
certification.
papers.
Exactly. I got
Yes.
a certificate to prove it.
Yeah.
But then on the other side of that, if you want a remote job, you can get something. And a lot of the jobs that we're finding are starting at $50,000 or more.
Wow.
So, and all you need is a high school GED. And listen, that or higher, you can have a master's degree and want to reskill and whatever it is.
Wow.
This is a program that can help you out. So
Hey, y'all better
super excited for that.
start sharing this video right now.
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell you what my thoughts are, Tamale. My 2 quick thoughts is, with Kirkpatrick Heights, that development in Evans Fentube, it makes me think about that project management.
Sure.
Is that something that works within that sector, Brenton, or?
Yeah, I mean, project management, there's a lot of different spheres that it can work across any professional space. And so, project managers plan, organize, and direct the completion of different parts of a project. And
Right.
so whether that's in construction, whether that's on a job and you have a list of certain projects that you need to handle for sales or a new initiative that you're putting out, whatever the case might be, project management can apply, and you're going to get the different things that you can apply to construction, finance, IT, healthcare, so many different other places. And it's like, hey, I can use these tools now to apply in this space, and it's going to help me on my career going forward.
Man, y'all
That's
keep sharing this video because you know what I can see? I can see grandma waking up that nephew or that grandchild that ain't got no job. Like, get up. There's something going on. The baby daddy that was like, I'm hot. I get too hot outside. Well, wake up. No, I'm just
Right.
playing. Don't
Log
mess with
into
the
your
baby daddy.
computer.
But
100%.
and another thing is a lot of times schools getting ready to start back. People want to improve on what they're doing.
Sure.
And kids
Sure.
are going to school and you going to school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just, Brenton, where you been hiding out with this information, man?
Listen, it's been around. It's been around. I got a chance to work on this project for the last year, and earlier this year I actually took some of the courses myself. I didn't want to just go and spread it and not know about it at all.
Yeah.
So this past semester I took courses, and it was really awesome. A lot of information I gained, and I'm able to use in my everyday life now as well. So it's been really cool.
Let me put this in there, Bobby. Jeremiah from Two Dogs from 6 to 8 on Tuesday. He said it's hard to hear the guests, so y'all either pull the mics up and maybe
Gotcha.
bring them up. They said they
Can you hear
can't.
me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mic
sound
check.
better. So
1, 2,
get that
1,
mic
2.
where it's kind of right there when you're talking. Kind
Yeah.
of put it right there. We should be good.
All right.
Yeah. So, Brenton, are these classes self-paced, or are they like on a regular schedule?
So it is a regular schedule during the semester. And right now what they're doing is they're offering through community organizations, different cohorts that people can be a part of. And so that's something that I'm really excited from how they did it last semester and different things like that, to how they're doing it now. They're partnering with organizations that are already in the community and serving people and adding this as an extra service. So
That's
it's really
awesome.
cool to see that as well. And so I know that we've talked a little bit about how y'all can help people that y'all serve every day
Sure.
as well to continue to know more about what's going on.
That's
Man,
awesome.
so you said the magic word before you ever started. You took that out of the way. You said free.
Yes, sir.
So you hear that, y'all? Free.
Yeah, so you have
And
no excuse.
from home, you know. So that $4 on gas and
Right.
trying to look in your account, that's out.
Yeah.
So now because we got people listening in from everywhere and the numbers going up. So how do people connect? Like right now, somebody's excited.
Yeah.
And I want to take the next step. So what are the qualifications and the next steps?
What I'll say is for everyone in Tulsa that's listening, I know we got people all over the world, but for everyone in Tulsa, you can go to foundrycollege.org/Tulsa. I just put that in the chat as well, so you can see it there on Facebook.
Awesome.
But then for everyone else that is not in Tulsa, you can just go to foundrycollege.org. It's not free for you.
Sorry.
But we love you.
Right.
So the love is there.
The love is there, and this still is an opportunity that can really change your life. But for everyone who is in Tulsa, click that link, foundrycollege.org/Tulsa, and that's something that you can go to and learn more. Click the link in there that says learn more today. They'll reach out to you and take care of you, and they got a really great team over there. And so I'm just happy to spread the word, honestly, to this community that has had so much that has disenfranchised them for so long.
Right.
Now, I think this is an opportunity that can actually help people get to the place financially to set up everything else in their life as well. And so they can find a quality job and get, they have coaches along the way, they have placement,
Awesome.
all those different type of things to help people to get to where they really want to go. And so really excited about it.
Man, Brenton, that's good stuff.
Thank you,
Damali,
thank you.
he gave us all the facts.
He did. Gave us all the facts. So now y'all don't have no excuse
Get into
to be
that.
sitting on the couch doing nothing.
And I like that it's kind of broad too.
Yeah.
So you got you something now do at the end,
Mhm.
because I hope you didn't say this and I missed it, but I am getting a little older. Is it a certificate, certification at the end that you can take to different states?
Yeah. So at the end of your courses, you have a certificate or test placement that you have to do. But I forgot some of the best details. There's no homework that you have. There's no pre-work that you have. Everything happens right within the class. There's a little quiz at the end of each class that you'll go over, but you just hit the information, and it makes everything so simple. But then at the end of the course, they have time where they prep you for the quiz to get the certificate, and then you'll have that certificate to take to everything that you need to get the job that you want to get. So it's awesome. A really great program. I still use my mentor that I had from my last semester, and it's been really great. They have a high quality team, and really anyone can get involved. If you're like, hey, I want to improve myself, I want to continue to gain more skills, this is something that you could look into.
Leveling up.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Leveling
I
up.
think we'll take another quick break because we got the information. You guys know where to go, and you know what to do.
Yep.
And you have been informed. Better quite Damali, that is good stuff.
It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm telling you, nobody has any excuse.
If you give it a go do the show 9 months from now, you see me with a hard hat standing on the corner talking to people with construction stuff on. Don't hate, appreciate. Cheer me on because I have went through 9 months of Foundry College for free. Yes. And now I'm the daddy of the year, the uncle of the year, the community person now. Right. Adding value to my community.
Dollars in your pocket.
That's good stuff. Yes. Hey, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna get to what my other special guest got going on. I heard it's something like a block party. Yeah. But we'll take a real quick break, and we'll come back with Mr. Chavez Miller. This is news you can use right here on KBOB 89.
Have you heard The Lowdown? One of Tulsa's favorite live music venues is back, and better than ever. Lowdown, formerly known as Duet Jazz Club, is providing Tulsa with live music, comedy, community jam sessions, and more entertainment. Located at the corner of Archer and Detroit in the heart of the Tulsa Arts District, Lowdown's speakeasy-style listening room and craft cocktail bar offers a one-of-a-kind experience where every seat feels like the front row. Check out the upcoming shows at lowdowntulsa.com.
How to order chicken wings. Number 1, find a good wing spot.
I know a wing spot, Max Wings.
Number 2, decide if you want a combo or if you want to order a la carte.
Huh? What's that?
Well, combos come with chicken, veggie sticks, fries, and a drink for a discounted price. A la carte means that you order each item separately.
Ah. Okay.
3. Decide if you want bone-in, boneless, or cauliflower wings, and then determine the delicious flavor you want on your wings.
I didn't even know cauliflower had wings.
You learn something new every day. Have you been to Max Wings?
Yep.
Max Wings is located at 782 East Pine Street in Tulsa. We're open Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Come to Max Wings, home of the dry rub fries.
This is news you can use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Networks, powered by World One Development. Damali, we are back.
We are back, and we have another special guest in studio that's going to give us some information about something that's happening this weekend that is actually going to be a blessing to your life. You know what I'm saying?
I know. We already introduced him, Mr. Chavez Miller. You look like the man that know how to have a party, but let's bring it into perspective.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I love to have fun.
What you got going on?
So we have me and a few of my colleagues with the city of Tulsa, specifically Lacey Park. We're having a block party.
Yes.
And so in us having a block party, this is our first year doing it. And in us doing it, my goal was in being in this community, North community for a while, and realizing that there's a lot of things going on and a lot of great people doing great things.
Yeah.
I decided to bring everybody together and do a block party. And so what we'll have is we'll have Friendship Baptist Church.
Yeah, Pastor Jay.
Yeah, Pastor Jay. Shout out to him. They're doing a Jupiter jump, and so they'll have the Jupiter jump. Then we also have South Lake Baptist Church.
Yeah.
They'll be cooking hot dogs and hamburgers.
Okay, that's your spot.
Yeah. And
next time you're on the show, start with the food.
Okay.
It's an encouragement.
I got you. And then also they'll be giving away free ice cream as well.
Oh,
yeah. So we got that.
Yes.
And then we also have Jinx Beauty College.
yes.
They'll be doing free haircuts for the little boys, and they'll be doing basic dues for the little girls.
That's awesome.
So and then we have a couple other things. We have the Tulsa Health Department. They'll be coming in and doing WIC and signing people up with Sooner Care and things of that sort. And last but not least, it's these two people I know named Damali and Charles. They'll be hosting their show. Oh, hey, yo! hey, yeah. So I'll be hosting y'all show.
Yes.
Appreciate y'all for doing that. Then last but not least, in the gym we have laser tag. So we'll be having laser tag going on for the kids. So
Charles, we're gonna play laser tag.
It's a lot of trust me, we're gonna have a grown up. Have us have to look like big kids.
Right.
And last but not least, to start us off, what we're gonna do is it's gonna be Tulsa Park staff versus Metropolitan in the kickball game.
Oh my God, kickball, yes.
Yeah, we're bringing it back, baby.
Yes.
We're bringing it back.
I love it.
So the event goes from kickball starts at 10. The actual event goes from 11 to 2. So we're just gonna come out, have a good time, get the kids excited about going back to school. Although some kids have already went back to school, but get them excited about going back to school. And just have a blast, man. It's a block party, come through and just have a good time. I'm all about having fun.
Yeah.
I'm all about having fun. So.
And I think the community needs this because I think sometimes kids get kind of lost in the sauce, if
Right.
you will, because life happens. So many things are going on. Parents are just trying to make it from day to day. And so they just kind of sometimes get a little bit lost in the sauce. So for the community to come together and be able to rally around these babies and let them know that they're important and we want them to do a phenomenal job this school year, I think it's going to be, awesome. Let me ask this for the girls that are getting their hair done. Is there any kind of requirement? I know sometimes they'll say like, make sure their hair is washed and clean so that they can, is there any kind of requirement?
I don't think there's necessarily a requirement.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's, and I did specifically ask that question and they said there wasn't a requirement, but that could change. I mean,
I would say as a mama of 3 daughters, I would say as a mama of 3 daughters, wash your baby's hair and just have it, ready so they can just come in and do their style and keep moving to the next. But you ain't gonna have time to do all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Man, while you was talking, all I kept hearing was Damali when she said great things are happening in North Tulsa.
Always,
you know what I'm talking about? This is about excitement. It's a block party, and you said the biggest key to me, this is what it looks like when we work together.
Yeah.
What I love about you
Exactly.
said, most you named all these organizations and all these different people. You said we're coming together.
Yeah.
So it let you know when you come together, you got all this going on.
Yeah.
That's so
So
good.
and I like that because now we don't have to go to 5 different back to school.
And see that was my biggest thing. Like living in North Tulsa and growing up here, like I felt like I got tired of knowing everybody. Like, dang man, I can only go to this back to school thing for 30 minutes, and I got to run out here for another 45 minutes. Hey man, I just want to come support you, but now I got to go over here.
Yes.
So having a place to where people like myself, I was kind of being a little bit selfish myself, and not have to be stretched so thin. And just be in one place and have a good time. And I feel like with this being the first year, it'll grow.
Yeah,
it'll grow
absolutely.
and get bigger and bigger. And there's already been people that's reached out, and I'm like, unfortunately, we don't need you this year, but we'll put you on the list for next year.
That's awesome.
I love it.
That's awesome. So I mean, just grow it, and y'all got the space for it for sure.
Yes.
Let me ask about this. So donations, people that may want to still just give, whether it's water, or food, or ice cream.
Oh, they're definitely more than welcome to. Yeah, we're accepting all donations. I do have we do have a surprise, but I'm actually not going to announce that until the day of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I love a good surprise.
We have a special surprise.
Yeah, can't wait.
So actually, what we'll do is I actually announce it on you all show.
Okay.
The day
That's
of.
what I'm talking about.
Yes.
So give somebody stuff to look forward to.
Okay.
You know what it is, Chavez, he's the best person for it because he's so cool when he calls.
Yeah, laid back.
He called and said, man, I got some top secret stuff for you and the Molly. I'm like, I'm in. You didn't get a chance to get the details.
He said, sounds juicy.
He was like, now that you're in, we're going to host it. I'm like, oh, okay. I think that's what I thought it was going to be. But I do appreciate that because it does take the right person to bring people together. And we get that. We get that. So we appreciate you for saying, you know what, let's just bring us together, man. Let's have fun. Some for the kids, the adults. And
because I just feel like it's a bad thing, but a good thing. But there's a lot of people that care. But it's like, just like with any community, it's like, oh, well, I don't really mess with that person because he took my girlfriend in middle school. Like,
it's like, really, dude? You're 45.
Yeah, you're 45 and married. Like,
so why are you mad?
Yeah. So me being non-biased, me loving everybody, and not really having any issues with everybody. It's like, when I call, they come. So I've been blessed and fortunate to be able to, have that gift of being able to bring people together. Like I've always been like that. So.
And I want to give Chavez, I want to give you, because I've been knowing you forever. You and you're my frat brother. You do so much, but I think it would behoove the listeners just to know a little bit about you, man. You do so much. Let the people know. Man, I mean, this is just an amazing young man. And a lot of times, we get the reports of the crazy stuff, but it's good to just have a young man that's done. Can you tell our listeners from all over just a little bit about Chavez Miller?
I'm originally from Fort Smith, Arkansas. I came to
Arkansas is all around.
It's hot in the spot.
I'm originally from Fort Smith, Arkansas. But the reason why I say I was raised in North Tulsa is because I was raised by my grandparents, and I suffered from seizures and asthma when I was growing up.
Oh wow!
So in me doing that, my mom stayed here because she was trying to go to school at OU and raise me, but she couldn't get insurance. And so with that being the case, I had to go live with my grandparents. But when I got as I got older and wanted to come stay with my mom, I moved with my mom here, went to Bacon College, played basketball for 5 years. After that, I had a brief stint playing professional. Stopped doing that, started doing player development. I've trained actually Ryan Humphreys, who's an NBA basketball player, when he got hurt and he had to go to the 66ers for a year, trying to work his way back. He was actually working out with me.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
So really got a basketball program called Next Level Up, which what I focus on is really the kids on the north side. And how I even got started is I just took a group of kids that nobody really wanted and started working with them. And now these kids are freshmen, sophomores, starting for their high school and stuff like that. And so just really, man, I have a training program called Discover Training, and our goal is to help kids discover, dedicate, and dominate the game, both mentally and physically. Yeah. Because the thing is, when it comes to training, a lot of people spend a lot of time on the skill part, right? But then we always tell them, 90% of sports is mental, 90% of sports is mental. So what I do is I focus on the mental and the physical part.
Yeah.
Right.
The stuff that most coaches don't focus on. You can cross over, you can know how to dribble, but we've all seen that athlete that you're like, oh my goodness, he is amazing. But upstairs they ain't got it.
Right.
You know,
Right.
basketball IQ ain't there and stuff like that. So I mean, what we do is we focus on both the mental and physical. So so I mean that's what I'm doing, man. I actually got a high school boys showcase coming up. You know, I'm taking the top 32 kids, top 8 kids in each class, from freshman through senior, and we're gonna bring coaches in and play some games, work them out, and allow the kids to see them. And really, what I'm focusing on, like I was the underdog, so I'm focused on the underdog.
Yes.
I don't want that kid that got 5 Division 1 offers. I want that kid that, if you look, you be like, he can hoop. Why come he ain't got no offers? Give me that kid.
Yeah,
that's the kid I want to help.
Yes, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm recently became a high school scout for prep hoops. So doing that, man,
that's big stuff.
So man, I'm just trying to, for me, man, I'm just trying to be a resource. I feel like this is my season. The Bible says your gifts will make room for you.
Yes,
come
on through.
I feel like for me, like all my gifts are chasing me now instead of me chasing me.
Yes.
And it's beautiful. Like it's a beautiful place to be.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm just walking in it, man. Just walking in it with Lacey being the manager. With everything I'm doing, man, I'm just trying to be that vessel to be used.
Yes, that's awesome.
Man, they said your life, that your testimony, that's your life, man.
Yeah,
what an amazing. And my daughter, Matiana, he started training Matiana.
Yeah, I remember
made her put her honey buns down. Her first day of practice, he said, "We finna bar cross." She said, "We finna what?" And put that basketball down, and it was all the whole mental thing. But she went from probably non-athletic, and barely moving and can't be able to dribble. And everybody kind of know the story. She ended up with 12 scholarship offers and all that fun stuff. And if you haven't seen them play basketball, you're probably gonna kick that kickball all the way to the south side. How athletic you are, man. They better be careful. But we appreciate you, man. We thank God for your life. Because of course you gave that story, but we can see you was overcoming a lot, and it was a lot of adversity.
But here's the kicker part, though. Here's the kicker part. Like, people look at me and be like, "Man, I want to be like you." I'm like, "Do you really?" Because the doctor told me at 12 years old, if I didn't work out, that I wouldn't live to be 38 years old.
Wow.
So when I'm in the weight room, like, I'm working out for my life. And people don't realize that.
Yeah.
Man, it's a difference, huh?
Yeah.
It's a difference. They think they know.
Yeah. You got to walk a mile in somebody else's shoes. You know what I'm saying? Because people see your today, but they don't know about your yesterday.
Yeah.
So that's real. I feel that.
And I'm gonna pass this to Brenton just because he's an athlete too. I think what happens is people want the results that they see.
But they don't want the
maybe
work.
Not the journey that you went on. I want your results.
Yes.
But Brenton, what you think about that?
Man, I look back and it took 10, 12 years of training consistently over and over again, waking up 6:30 in the morning, going to workouts all through the summer, not having regular summer vacations like everybody else, but like dedicating. You get to college, you end up, playing for your years. You try to continue to go from there, having some semi-pro opportunities. And then at the end of it, people are like, "Oh, wow." And they don't see all that journey that you took to get to this point. And then for a lot of people, once that's over, they don't know the next step of that. And so I think that's even huge bridge for people to figure out a lot of times as well. It's once that game is over, where do you go from there? And how do you keep that drive?
I think what people don't talk about is, like, for people like me and Brenton, like, our sport becomes who we are.
Yeah.
So like there's this struggle of, once the sport is over with, like, what's next?
Right.
You know what I mean? And like, for me, like, I had to literally step away from basketball for 6 months to realize who Chevis was.
Yeah.
Chevis isn't no longer the basketball player. When I walk in the building, people don't care no more. Like, they just see me like, okay, shoot, I mean, you a 5'9" cat that can windmill, like, so what? So like what I would challenge kids and even adults that have kids, like, please protect your kids' mental and don't allow their sport to become who they are.
Yeah. Yes.
Because once that sport is over with, I feel like that's why mental, mentally stuff is going on so much with people. Because once you lose that identity, it's like, well, who am I now?
Yeah.
Because for me, basketball, I've been playing basketball since 5th grade.
So that's what made you relevant in your mind. That's what made you relevant, right? Yeah.
For me, the thing that I dealt with football, I was an angry kid. And so I would take it all out.
I don't believe that, but
I would take it all out on football. So I could run into people and tackle quarterbacks and hurt people legally on the field. But once I didn't have football no more, I had to find some extra special strength and peace in Jesus because otherwise I was going to be knocking some people out off the field and then end up in a bad space. Yeah. So those are things that people don't talk about. You don't deal with your mental health. You don't deal with the things that are going to actually affect you in real life. And until you do, like, you'll see a stark difference once you don't have that sport to cling to as an identity anymore. And so that's a huge thing.
Yeah. So for everybody out there, you still have a life.
I love this show.
Always, because both my kids were athletes. My son played with Brentham. Let you know how old I am. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody that part. But anyway, I always told them that you're going to live your life a lot longer than you play sports. So just know that no matter how far you go, it's still going to be a short time of your life. So from the time they started, I kept trying to make sure I let them know. If you go to the pros and play for 10, you still might be 25, 30, 20. Now what you going to do for these other 50 years? So you always got to have that plan. And things like what you're doing and what Brentham is doing, y'all make that transition. Because I do see y'all in a different light. Though you got a great testimony.
Yes, absolutely.
And shout out to my dad, because my dad always pushed me. Although I did struggle with that, my dad always pushed me. Okay, so when basketball's over, what's next? It's cool. You scored the 30 points, but you know what happens when that ball stops bouncing? What are you gonna do? So if it wasn't for my dad, that 6 months of me stepping back probably could have been turned into 5 or 6 years.
Man. So if you don't have your dad, grab a mentor. Grab somebody to help you.
That'll help
But
you.
before we switch over to these Hump Day Hot Topics, what I want to do, if you want anybody to follow, there's a lot of people on any of your social media platforms. Give it to them now. If it's Instagram.
So for me, both Instagram and Twitter is just my full name, Chevis Miller _. You know, you can follow me on there. Keep up with any camps I'm doing. If you want to know what's going on with Discover Training, it's just discovertraining.com. So, and it's Discovered D1 instead of the I, so it's a 1. So,
all right, I feel it in my spirit. Somebody said Shava. Who Chevy? So spell that Chavez to make sure.
Chavez, CHIVAS MILLER _.
Boom, like that.
Yeah. I'm Brentham Todd on everything. My name is not common. Brentham, it's Brenda and Tom put together, if you didn't know. And so Brentham Todd on everything. You can find me there.
That's
all
awesome.
right, man. Great stuff. Hey, the block party is going down this Saturday.
Down.
We gonna be there to kickball. Everybody gonna bring out their Bengay and Epsom salts
I'm gonna have the Bengay for y'all.
I'm gonna kick that ball one time and sit down. But next,
stretch before
we can talk to y'all. We got to get to some Hump Day Hot Topics. We're gonna let Bobby drop that for us real quick.
The all-new KBOB 89.9 FM, Black on Black Community Radio.
And now it's time for the Hump Day Hot Topics with Charles and Damali.
Hey, guess what day it is? Hump Day! Hump Day! It's Hump Day!
It's the Hump Day Hot Topics on news you can use.
Man, we back, boy. Chavez Miller, boy. Didn't he drop something on us, man? We got more than what we asked for, but meet him on the kickball court at 10.
Absolutely.
And then we'll eat and do all that afterwards. Damali, what we got on these Hump Day Hot Topics?
All right. Number one hot topic. A Tulsa judge allows a 1921 race massacre lawsuit to move forward.
That's big time. First time in history?
First time in history.
Anywhere.
Anywhere.
Not just Tulsa.
Exactly.
Anywhere.
Attorney DeMario Solomon Simmons, he's the attorney for the survivors. We have 3 of them. Hughes Van Ellis, Leslie Randall, and Viola Fletcher.
Yes.
They are all over 100 years old. And he said, this order is something we've been waiting for since our historic hearing back on May 2nd of 2022. He said this order gives us our framework on how we move forward. He said we didn't get everything that we wanted, but the 3 survivors now have the ability to move the case forward for the first time in over 100 years. They get the opportunity to prove that the massacre created a public nuisance right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and that the public nuisance needs to be abated. So shout out to Attorney DeMario Solomon Simmons, because you did that, So, I mean, it's going to be a journey,
right?
So don't get it twisted and think that, everything is going to happen just overnight, because that is the way of the legal system. But at least we are one step closer. And this is something that has never been done before. Ever in the history of this country.
I got goosebumps, but see, I just can't even process being like 8 years old and you was in the massacre. I mean, we talk about it. You was 8. And it's taken 100 years, an entire century, to get justice. When you just kind of think about that, Damali,
and the thing about that is when you remember, because it was so traumatic,
right?
And you can sit before the members of Congress and say, I can still smell the smells, I can still hear the sounds. That's crazy.
And then
that's trauma at its highest.
I know. Then when you're talking, she says, we just went from playing yard in a life for prosperity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's a story because she can remember. We went from playing in our whole community, having a good time. We laughing and talking, and you got pilots, and you got the best, some of the best doctors in the world, and you got hotel, you got all of this stuff. And then in an instance, you went from that to poverty and a fight, and it's taken you a century just to get to this point.
Absolutely.
Shout out to all of the survivors, because Uncle Red, that's little brother.
Yes.
And Leslie Randall.
Yes.
Mother, then she's 100 and she remembers, and she talks about not talking. She beat me in dominoes now. Now I can tell you now, it's hard to beat a century.
Yes.
That's what it took to take me out.
Right.
And then every time I see you, and then she don't forget when she see me, she look at me and saying, I'm going to beat you again. So I'm not going to play her yet. Let me live another 50 years or something. Can't mess with. But shout out to the Mario attorney, the Mario Solomon Simmons, and Dr. Tiffany Crutcher and the Terrence Crutcher Foundation, and all of their staff, and all the others that support them all over the North Tulsa community and around the world.
Absolutely.
That's
absolutely. So if you guys have not heard, we talked about this last week, that the Women of Color Expo is going to be happening on September the 10th. And yours truly is Impact Woman of the Year.
Hey,
yes,
let's do a little clap
yes,
for that.
thank you. Shout out to Dr. Tiffany Crutcher, who also she is Woman of the Year. And also shout out to the survivors,
right?
As well as our good friend Sherry Campbell, or Sherry Gamble.
You're all emotional.
I know, right? Sherry Gamble Smith. She is they actually are getting a Lifetime Achievement Award. So we're really excited about that. But the more exciting news we just got yesterday, they 105.3 KJams posted this on their Facebook page and says, we are excited to announce Hollywood actress Tisha Campbell is going to be our keynote speaker at the 2022 Women of Color Expo of Tulsa for the awards luncheon on Saturday, September the 10th at the Osage Casino. Now, for those of you who, I don't know who don't know Tisha Campbell.
If you're 80s or 90s, or 2000s,
you gotta know her. Okay, and did y'all know that she was born in Oklahoma City? I did not know this.
Know Tisha Campbell. She for real?
She was born in Oklahoma City, but she was actually raised in Newark, New Jersey.
Wow.
I found that out when I was doing this research to find out about this. But anyway, so if you want to know who Tisha Campbell is, she actually, I remember her from Little Shops of Horror. That was like one of the first, that was the most cheesiest movie, but I love that movie. It was so stupid.
Little Shops of Horror.
Yeah, come on and feed me Seymour. That was what that little stupid song.
Yeah.
I think they got a play in Tulsa coming out.
Little Shop of Horrors? Yeah. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to go see it because I just love that. It's so stupid. But anyway, School Day. She was in School Days, Another 48 Hours, Boomerang, Sprung, House Party 1, 2, and 3. But her most famous role was on Martin. She was Martin's girlfriend, Gina.
Gina, get in here, Gina.
Right.
Look, my kids watch it right now.
Exactly.
They watch it right now, like it was, and we laugh like we was watching it way like 20 years ago. Time go by so fast. That's
really
big
fast.
News, Damali. You excited about that? You more excited now?
I am super excited. Yes. Makes me relive the 80s.
Y'all better get y'all tickets. Let me do some quick shout outs. I haven't forgot about y'all. Y'all hold on. They said, Charles, you ain't got no love for us no more. Yes, I do. Of course, Jeremiah, shout out to you, man. You help us get the mics up. Shout out to Sharonda Holmes. She's in the building.
Hey.
Chris over there at Habitat. He's in the building. Courtney, my cousin's in the building as well.
Hey, Courtney.
And we got many, many more with our secret listeners. And Michael Brewer said, congratulations to Molly.
Oh, thank you, Michael. I still want my ice cream, but we'll talk about that later.
Yep.
Anyway, all right. Next hot topic. I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but this is, kind of crazy. But Travis and Greg McMichael. These gentlemen were the ones who murdered Ahmaud Arbery, and they actually had another trial. And in this trial, they were actually both found guilty still, and they were sentenced to life in prison for these hate crimes. It says 2 of the 3 men responsible for Ahmaud Arbery's killing apologized to the 25-year-old's family on Monday before being sentenced on federal hate crimes charges.
Hold up. You said they apologized to the
They
family?
apologized.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good.
Greg McMichael, who instigated the chase, and William Roddy Bryan, who filmed the graphic cell phone video of Arbery falling dead in the street, appeared to show remorse for their actions for the first time publicly. McMichael said, and he's 66, he said, "The loss you've endured is beyond description." He told the Arbery family in the second floor courtroom, "I never wanted any of this to happen." He said there was no malice in his or his son Travis's hearts after the afternoon of Arbery's February 2020 murder, and apologized to Travis for getting him involved. The two grabbed their guns, jumped in Travis McMichael's truck, and chased Arbery as he ran through their subdivision just outside Brunswick. It was the younger McMichael who killed the unarmed black man during a tussle over the shotgun in the road. He said, "I should have never put him in this situation." And being sentenced to life, he was being sentenced for life in prison for the second time this year. He was also given life for hate crimes and a conviction, while Bryan, who joined the chase in his own pickup, was sentenced to 35 years.
So do you feel like justice was served?
I feel like justice was served. You have to be responsible for your actions. And I mean, I didn't understand the part where he said there was no malice in his heart. Well, why did you go and chase the man? You know what I'm saying? If there was no malice, what were you thinking in order to do that? So I don't know if I buy that part, but I do feel like justice was served for that family,
Yeah, because we talked about that story a lot. So I know we don't want to unpack that all,
Right.
but nevertheless, justice was served in that situation. And hopefully that can kind of curb people just feeling like they can just jump out and just shoot and kill people, or assume people have done something, and the judge, executioner, and everybody there. Regular, just this like they used to do us. Get away from that house.
Yeah.
But you don't chase people down and bring a gun,
Mind your
and you can't do
business,
that. Mind your big, call the police for it. But we'll move on.
Yes. All right. I don't know if you guys have heard this. This is crazy. And it's even more crazy because Charles and I have been in a spot where this lightning struck near the White House, leaving 3 dead and 1 injured.
That's crazy.
It says a husband and wife from Wisconsin celebrating 5 decades of marriage were killed in a lightning strike outside the White House. A third victim was pronounced dead Friday evening, and 1 other was hospitalized with life-threatening injuries. James Mueller, who was 76, and his wife Donna Mueller, who was 75, of Wisconsin, died of their injuries after the lightning strike on Thursday in Lafayette Park, located directly outside the White House complex, the Metropolitan Police Department said on Friday. A third victim, a 29-year-old man, was pronounced dead. The fourth person, a woman, was in critical condition, but their identities have not been released. The Muellers were on a trip to Washington, D.C. to celebrate their 56th wedding anniversary. This is so
lightning
sad.
struck them and killed them?
Yes. The couple had 5 children, 10 grandchildren, 4 great-grandchildren. Isn't that the saddest thing you ever
think
heard?
about it? Isn't that crazy?
Definitely crazy, man.
You just never know.
You never know.
You never know. Chavez, you like me? You like what?
Like
Wait a minute.
shocked.
Man, it almost sounds too good to be true.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you know
like,
what I mean?
like that didn't really happen.
Yeah. But on the positive note, because I always like taking the positive out of, if I'm gonna go out, I'd rather go out with somebody that I love and I'm in love with.
Yeah.
So
56 years.
Go out together. So
Yeah.
So if we want to take the good, I always like taking the good out of stuff.
Yeah.
So
because there's always
So for me, I mean, I would like to go out that way too. When I get struck by lightning,
Yeah.
Lord, you hear me? But no, going out together,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Man, so prayers for their family. I can only imagine the staff and the people at the White House or people that was there.
Like, what? Yeah,
what in
it's
the
a
world?
freak accident.
Now I know this sounds crazy, but I would like to be somebody like from the distance looking, be like, as it's happening, like, did this really just happen?
Did this just happen?
Yeah.
You know, just a couple weeks ago, when we had the rain, remember we had those days of rain, lightning struck the tree in my mother's neighbor's yard and split it in half. And so half of it fell over in my mom's yard and the other half was, in the neighbor's yard.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at the devastation, I'm like, oh my God. I mean, because it was a huge tree, big, really mature tree.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. So I just cannot even imagine being struck by lightning.
Man, that lightning is a bad boy. You it's like you can't even hide from it. And this is what I do. I be having my phone, and every time I hear it, boom, I just throw my phone. Like I'm guilty of something. Am I the only person that do that?
No,
every time, boom, I throw.
I'm happy because that's you. I was the only one doing it.
It's like I'm over it. I'm done.
Y'all ain't
But
no way
my
you get it
grandmother
out
used
your
to.
hand before. It's too late.
It's already got you.
It's never too late. That was my response time.
no.
Like, because I think in my mind, my grandparents, my
Mine
mom,
did
and
too.
all
I
them
was
used to
gonna say
say,
that.
you sit down. We used
Be
to turn
quiet.
off all the lights,
And sit
turn
down.
off the TV, sit down and be quiet while the Lord is doing his work.
Yeah.
I think that's what's on my mind.
Yes.
And I think every time I hear that light, then I hear her saying, "You're playing on that phone."
Put that phone down. So prayers
All right,
for the
but prayers for
viewers,
the family,
and all of those families that were affected by that, and even the staff, that had to witness, and anybody that was around. Prayers for all of them as well. All right, upcoming events.
All right, y'all. Hold on. Get your pen and pad. We finna speed this thing up.
Yep.
Bobby, give us a little music in the back or something if you can. We're going to roll through these upcoming events. Get your pen and pad out because this is the news you can use.
Here we go. Okay, World One Development is looking for volunteers to help serve the community. If you would like to volunteer or need community service hours, you can give us a call at 918-380-1493 or email me at damali.wilson@world1development.com, or you can inbox us on Facebook Messenger at World One Development. Don't forget, if you're looking to have an event, the 36th Street North Event Center has dates available. You can give us a call at 918-200-9046 to reserve your spot. Fitting Back In is still taking registrations for justice-involved individuals, past or present, right here in Tulsa County, for job training programs that yield a living wage job. Classes have already started, but it's not too late to sign up. You can contact Christy Williams at Christy, Kristi, .williams@fittingbacktulsa.org, or you can give us a call at 918-592-3500 to sign up. We are here to help justice-involved citizens thrive. Prayer Time Grief Counseling with Pastors Chloe and Doug Allen happens every Sunday at 7 o'clock p.m. You can give them a call at 717-275-8940. Don't forget to put in the code 615876. You don't have to suffer in silence when help is available.
Absolutely.
Oasis Fresh Market is open Monday through Saturday from 7 o'clock a.m. until 10 o'clock p.m. and Sundays from 8 o'clock a.m. until 8 o'clock p.m. Housing assistance is available Monday through Friday from 9 o'clock a.m. until 5 o'clock p.m. So if you need assistance, go over and see the folks at Oasis.
They done paid over $7 million.
Mm-hmm.
That's money.
Don't miss your blessing. All right, a children's fund has been set up for the surviving children of Sherry Gamble Smith. You can donate at www.paypal.com/PayPalMe/honoring Sherry. A candlelight vigil has been set up for Dwayne Flip Midget. It is going to be held on Friday, August the 12th from 7 o'clock p.m. until 9 o'clock p.m. at the Black Wall Street Memorial Monument right in front of the Greenwood Cultural Center. Charles and I will be the MC and mistress of the ceremony to honor this giant in our community.
Yes.
There will be 37 seconds of silence, which will be observed in honor of the number of years that he worked with the city of Tulsa.
That's a lot of years.
That's a lot of years.
37 years in?
Yes, 37. Woo. That's a long time. All right, the Back to School Bucket List event is going to be happening on Friday, August the 12th from 4 o'clock p.m. until 8 o'clock p.m. There's going to be free food. They got it right, Charles. Number one on the list.
I got it right.
Yes, immunizations and COVID-19 vaccines. There's going to be sports physicals, kids activities, informational booths, and door prizes. This is going to be happening at the North Regional Health and Wellness Center, located at 5635 MLK Boulevard. So don't miss it. All right, memorial service for Dwayne Flip Midget will be on Saturday, August 13th at 11 o'clock a.m. at the Greenwood Cultural Center. The family is asking that everyone wear a mask, so please respect their wishes if you're planning on attending. The Back to School Block Party, which Travis already mentioned, is going to be happening. Okay, it's going to be happening at 2134 North Madison Place, August 13th from 11 o'clock a.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. Travis, free food. See, I started out with that. See how that worked out.
That's how that works.
Got games, haircuts, and styles for kids. It's sponsored by Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity. Next Level Up, Metropolitan Baptist Church, Jinx Beauty College, World One Development, Tulsa Health Department, Friendship Church, and South Lake Baptist Church. For all of you Trina fans out there, she will be at the 36th Street North Event Center on August 13th. The doors open up at 9 o'clock p.m. There's going to be a cash bar, and this is hosted by Tigger and Gabby and vibes by DJ Wally Main. The tickets can be purchased at Ticket Storm. Their VIP tickets are $50. General admission tickets are $35, and it's going to be $40 at the door.
You know what I'm going to listen to?
What?
Take It to the House. M.I.A. Take It to the House. After you sing that, I'm going to the house. So
Right.
I'm tired.
Right. All right. The annual Back to School Barber Cutoff is going to be happening at Tulsa Tech Sunday, August the 14th from 12 o'clock p.m. until 3 o'clock p.m. at the Peoria campus, which is located at 3850 North Peoria Avenue. So you don't want to miss that.
Shout out to my boy Chuck Jones.
Big Chuck over there.
He in the building.
Early voting is taking place August 18th, 19th, and 20th. So if you want to vote early because you're not going to be able to take place on the 23rd, go on over to the voters registration office over on North Denver. The Spreading Hope Back to School Bash is going to be happening August 20th from 10 o'clock a.m. until 1 o'clock p.m. at Oasis Fresh Market, which is located at 1725 North Peoria Avenue. Free food.
Stop right there. I'm in.
Right. Games, community resources, and backpacks. This is sponsored by the Supporters of Families with Sickle Cell Disease, Oasis Fresh Market, EduRec, Eaton Media Services, the Parent Child Center of Tulsa, and the Oklahoma State Department of Health. Drama Nation, a division of World One for Christ, is hosting a play on Saturday, August 20th at 6 o'clock p.m. at the 36th Street North Event Center so that you can find out who killed the church.
Who killed the church?
Tickets can be purchased on Eventbrite.
Did you say who killed the church?
Who killed the church?
Brenton, I can't do this no more. She done said it's a play called Who Killed the Church.
That's what it is.
I'm going. I haven't seen
go to find out.
I haven't seen a play in a while, man.
It's a whodunit murder mystery.
I'm going to show up. I'm going to get my cousin April, my favorite little cousin. Let's go see who killed the church. I ain't
find out. All right, the tickets are available at Eventbrite.com. They're $10 for adults, $5 for kids ages 3 to 12. The African American Federation with the Democratic Party is going to be hosting another debate. It's going to happen on August 20th. We still have not received the dates. The location and the time. But as soon as we get that, we will be posting that and we'll share that next week.
Yep.
No matter who you are, okay, this is my appeal.
Don't get on no soapbox.
No matter who you are, please vote on August 23rd, 7 o'clock a.m. to 7 o'clock p.m. The polls will be open. There are sample ballots available, so you can go online to the voter registration and find out who the candidates are so that you can vote. The Women of Color Expo, September the 10th, from 12 o'clock p.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. That is the luncheon. It's going to be happening at the Osage Casino, 951 West 36th Street North. The tickets are $35 if you are interested in participating. Birthdays. August 12th, Derek Harper, a.k.a. Solo of the 918 Riders. He has a birthday.
Yeah.
August 13th, Jennifer Ellis and Sansa Ray Robbins.
Sansa Ray.
Birthday.
Sansa Ray, happy birthday to you and Jennifer.
August 14th, Lisa J has a birthday.
Hey.
August 15th, our good friend Robin over in Oregon, she has a birthday.
Hey.
And then August 16th, Tierra Estes with Teach Not Punish and Dr. Tiffany Crutcher with the Terrence Crutcher Foundation. They have birthdays. Yeah.
Happy birthday, all of y'all. Great.
Okay. Don't forget, you can purchase News You Can Use gear and continue the conversation on our podcast at newsyoucanuse.tv and nycu.fm. You can go there and hear 24/7 music. You can hear Damali's playlist in Damali's World from 10 o'clock a.m. until 12 o'clock p.m. Charles's playlist, which is in Mr. Hopper's neighborhood. It happens from 12 o'clock p.m. to 2 p.m. The Super Mix with DJ JB Smooth from 2 o'clock p.m. to 6 p.m. And the J-Bone Lounge from 6 o'clock p.m. to 10 p.m. And lastly but not least, Rue's Love Lounge from 10 o'clock p.m. to 2 o'clock a.m. And that's it. You can hit us up on any of our social media platforms. That's World One Development, 36th Street North Event Center, EduRec Youth and Family Fun Center, or Fitting Back In.
Keon Johnson from Oklahoma City said, yo.
What's happening, bro? Where you been?
Hey, he said he's in the building. Thank you, Brentum Todd, for coming in and hanging out with us. Thank you, Shevers Miller, for coming in. We'll see you at the block party. Thank you, Uncle Bobby Eaton, for rocking and rolling with us as our producer today. We appreciate him as always. And my cousin April in here, she's hitting a live for us. Final thoughts for the people?
Be positive.
Yes, I love it.
Brenton, final thoughts for the people?
Check out Foundry. Y'all keep doing your thing. Appreciate y'all.
Y'all share this video. And if you want to keep us on the air, please consider donating to Eden Media Services to help our community radio continue to stay on the air. You can send your donation made payable to Eden Media Services, 21216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D. We moving on up, y'all. Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74106. This has been news you can use with your boy Charles Harper. That's me.
And Damali Wilson, that's me.
And we are live every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. So make sure you tune in.
Thanks, Mama, for the food.
Absolutely.
If you would like to promote or advertise your events or business on our show, inbox us on Facebook at World One Development. This has been World One Development's news you can use with Charles Harper and Damali Wilson. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program belong solely to the host and their guests, and not necessarily to this station, organization, committee, or other group or individual associated with KBOB 89.9. This is World One Development's News You Can Use.